what's going on YouTube. So apparently I'm back. So I'm back at home in Red Deer and with my outreach worker, and just things change, changing, and and like, of course, I'm kind of at a point where like, I mean, just enjoy these big vacations while I can, because someday my mom's gonna want me to be there for her more often, and I feel like I need to take on that responsibility for her, and like, just as some of you may not know, that she's a long-term disability, and her fibromyalgia just can't is what restricts her, what she can do, and just kind of. But in the other times, I'm just, on another hand, I'm kind of getting restless, because I've kind of had. It's almost like I've had enough of Red Deer, and it's just kind of. It's kind of in a place that, Oh, and another thing too is that my church is holding a baptism service November 23rd, and I consult with my rabbi about it, and it kind of, so but something I feel like I should be doing, and it just kind of does kind of, but it's just, I'm kind of I'm kind of at a turning point where, things are just, a lot of things reveal themselves to me over time, and I'm just kind of I just, sometimes I just wish I could tell, everyone would see the toll it's taking, or something, I'm kind of in a, it doesn't really seem to add up, but, sometimes I feel like I just get the wrong impression, because, like body language, and then again, body language doesn't communicate with me, but, trying to find the right words to put things is really one of my biggest pitfalls, because, like, when things happen, it just kind of, when shit hits the fan, it just kind of, it really gets bad, goes from bad to ugly, and like, and we have a mayor that, well, the municipal election went by yesterday, finished yesterday, and Cindy Jeffries came in, and she's a left-leaning mayor. Like, we're starting to see a lot of stuff get, really things are really starting to hit the fan, and a lot of it's going to, a lot of things are going to be going down, and and it's really, to me, it's going to get from bad to worse, and then from bad to ugly, and I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, I mean, there's just benefits and drawbacks to for-profit companies like these privatizing public services, and I mean, for a lot of taxpayers, it would save them a whole ton of money, and like, I mean, I don't think the annual income that my caregiver is make, he can combine is my guess is like a 5-figure annual income. And you know, sometimes I just, but there are even times where I question why I'm here sometimes. Yeah, I don't seem to have someone that I can talk with, and there's no one I want to talk to. And I'm kind of, yeah, I admit it, I'm kind of odd. So, yeah, anyways, I've probably said enough, so I'm just gonna wrap this up and start, and then, because then we're gonna see if there's any games going on in it. Then see the movie at 7:30. So that's where I'm at right now. So, anyways, I said enough. So, bye now. What's going on, guys? So, apparently I'm at my respite workers his house probably till tomorrow. And yeah, so I signed up for my baptism, which takes place on November 23rd, and yeah, so it means that I am willing to walk in the same path as Jesus. So I'm kind of late on my last video entry, and so I'm gonna kind of incorporate it into kind of a multi-entry blog. But yeah, a lot. But sometimes a lot goes in my head, and I gotta stop trying to knock people, because sometimes I can't help the fact that they're the ones that create the problems. So I'm kind of I'm open to get a I mean, when I go with baptism, I'll just see what happens, and afterwards, and I mean, the reason why people would not like me was because it's like my light kind of hurts their eyes, and mainly because they're much too blind to see. Well, spiritually blind, so to speak, But I mean, there are days it's like the blind are leading the blind, and and you bet it really does. It really irks me. But it's like they say, let the spiritually dead bury their own dead. Yeah, I mean, cut the excuses and start making results is what it goes. Yeah, and I completed my video of the game, even that football game I went into this past summer, and yeah, so I'm kind of just watch bits of it, and then and it's just kind of crazy, but I think I may have overspent on things, and that I can live without a bus pass because I don't use the bus very much, but yeah. So I'm hoping I can get to the Polytechnic and and do some videos of the scoreboard there's there and all that, but in the end, like, something could change. You know, like, you know, but, you know, like, I got a new scoreboard at the Red Raccoon City B, and now I can basically just, you know, well, I mean, I got a solid state drive from Dad, and now I just gotta save up and get a Windows 11 install disk for an activation key to get put onto my a gaming tower. And I'm gonna run into a delay with my package for the gamer laptop because it will not ship to a post office box. I'm hoping it can get somewhere, but we'll have to pick it up, and yeah. So, but there's something about me that makes me so dangerously different, and people try to, and sometimes it can get me in trouble, but, a lot of things just, I mean, the thing about, they say about all those dark, put those dark things say, it's just, to me, like, I'm a Christian, I'm not supposed to believe in that, but I don't go around bragging about it, but, but there's, no one likes a braggart, but, I can only depend on the, I can only depend on the Holy Spirit, for so much, but the rest is up to me to prove my own worth. And when I get my, and I'm looking forward to it, so, it shows that I'm willing to walk the path of Jesus, and when I do so, I must expect heavy resistance, so, of course, that's just like Jesus did, I've read the Gospel so many times. He encountered so much resistance, but he never backed down. That's the point. He never did. He never backed down to the religious leaders. But there are things I must repent of. There. And, Jesus only had a robe. A simple robe. Any kind of monk will only have two robes. One to wear and one to wash, basically. But somehow, like, all these other religions, like, with the exception of Islam, somehow I can interconnect these things and just, connect the dots, and, if there was anything written within these old ancient books, within these pages of time that can reveal us to more knowledge, more wisdom that we would use to expand and our knowledge, we would have a better life. Otherwise, every step forward we take 3 steps backwards. where I learn to take one step back from my life and before I can take any 3 steps forward, you know, like instead of like trying to step forward, take one step back and then end up taking 3 forward. So it's just kind of how it should be, you know. Step back from your life and then you'll move forward, you know. If you catch my drift, anyway. So, anyways, I'm gonna end this right here. So, maybe I'll probably add another video to the vlog. Okay, so I'm at home right now, and you know, I'm just kind of at the moment where you know, like, there's of course there are things that just kind of that just can't. They end up coming out of the bag anyway. So you know what? But I did not. You know, like sometimes, like you know, sometimes like the way you see things doesn't always clash with anyone else. It doesn't always work with everyone else's point of view, and you know, like it. I guess it kind of goes a long way to show that you know different mindsets have different and priorities, and you know, like you know, sometimes I just wish people would see the things the way I see them sometimes. But I know that everything's going to change by Christmas, because we could end up becoming a police state and we would not be able to go anywhere. So, anyways, I'm gonna sign off on this vlog and hopefully be able to upload things and all that. So, until then, stay tuned. Bye.